Hey everyone, I'm back. This time, I'm full screen. Ha ha! Power of
Full screen,
magic.
Baby J.
What's
Welcome
going
in,
on,
everyone.
everyone? How you guys doing today? It's great to see y'all again. I am alive, and we got some special stuff we're gonna do today.
Yep, we're doing December challenge at the back end of the stream. The first part, we're going to do some non-metallic copper, but we're just letting everybody trickle in here.
Yep, we'll let some people trickle in. We're gonna get started with painting the copper, and then once it hits about 3 o'clock, we're gonna start that challenge. You guys knocked it out of the park yet again. What the heck?
They did, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Christopher?
Yeah.
They most certainly
They
did.
did.
All right. But we have some exciting stuff that we're going to do.
So, Jordan, what are we doing today? Give me the
The elevator pitch.
elevator pitch. What are you doing for me today?
All right, yeah. So today we're going to be taking some time to learn how to quickly paint some non-metallic metal copper trim.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. Very exciting. I'm very excited to share with you the knowledge. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump into it. We got about an hour here to kind of knock this out. So start to finish, we're gonna take about an hour to do all this trim. So we're gonna make it as fancy as we can in an hour, which
Cool.
I think will be pretty darn fancy.
Yes, they are in some meetings today. They will be back. Maybe not today, but tomorrow, yes.
Yes, yes. What's up, Colonel? How you doing? Happy New Year. Glad to see all of you guys again.
Snake, Big Bob. We got Paint Liquor, Ghost Hunter. What's up? Mo, welcome in. Doing some non-metallic metal until our challenge. Baby J, back in the
2 weeks.
the driver's seat.
That's a long time to be gone, man. 2 weeks is that's some time. That's some temporal distance.
So, what colors are you going to use today for me, Jordan?
Yeah, so we're gonna start with.
Actually, 1 second.
So to start this process, we're gonna use dark flesh, and we're gonna base coat all of the areas that we're gonna do this trim with dark flesh, and then we're gonna use some burnt orange with.
What else are you going to use?
Shut your face. Shut your face,
What else are you
Mr. Guy. Yeah, so the plan is to use dark flesh.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to use burnt orange,
Yep.
orange oxide, and some warm yellow. Maybe a touch of bright pale yellow at the end to work into it. I'll explain all the steps as we go.
Nice.
A lot of this is just going to be simple mixing of colors, one at a time. We're not going to be mixing multiple colors together, like 3 colors or 4 colors or anything like that. We're just going to do one color plus another color, and then we're going to work into that second color. If you watch any of our shorts, this is going to be a very simple and it's going to be another process that will seem very similar to you.
Very magical
It's a very
process.
magical process.
That's right.
Yeah, we're going to literally put a paintbrush on the model, and then it's going to be done.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how that
we do
works.
all of our models.
That's
Surprise, everybody.
surprise! That's how
That's
painting
how
works.
we do everything.
Movie magic.
Welcome in, everybody. We're just doing some non-metallic copper. We're going to do our challenge review as well later. Yes, Mo, it is witchcraft. Yes.
Starting with that dark flesh.
Nice.
I'm just going to get a nice even coat of this all over this area of trim. I'm also going to do this little like kind of line inlay here.
I zoomed in for you, Jordan, if you
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah, that's great.
A little bit better for you.
Enjoying the new setup. Chris did one heck of a job.
Yep, me and Gabe were sweating in here, building.
Yeah. Sweating.
It was a lot.
Yeah, you had Gabe's help throughout the week to get it all
yeah.
sorted out. That's good. That's good.
Welcome in, everybody. Oh, you know what? Flapjack. My goal, Flapjack, is so that I can capture what we're doing here today and make a video out of it.
Yep.
That's kind of the whole new
The new
vibe
plan.
for our stream.
So one of the things that I'm thinking about as I'm doing this initial base coat, that you don't necessarily need to worry about super frequently is I'm trying to be really clean with this just because I'm not planning on painting the silver afterwards, because this is just going to be a quick test and kind of showcase of the copper. But normally you would paint over the areas that you kind of overpainted. So like if I got a little bit onto this area where that silver would be, I would just cover it back up afterwards with the silver colors. So I wouldn't have to worry too much about that. But because I'm doing this demo like this, I'm trying to be a little bit more careful with how I'm applying the paint.
Sure.
So that we paint in the lines.
How's that feel? How's that feel there?
Totally
Good?
fine.
Great.
Totally fine. I will say, having done all the shorts where
Whoa,
we've had
game
to paint.
delay. Take it easy there. This is not burnt. What is this? One more time.
This is dark flesh.
Dark flesh, Mo. That's dark flesh.
Dark flesh. I try to use when painting copper. Copper has a lot of those really kind of rosy tones to them, so it's like reds and oranges, pinks, that sort of thing. Are kind of a lot of the colors that comprise copper. So pulling from those hues when you're selecting colors, especially in the darker spectrum, which is where you want to kind of start, is really important. So dark flesh is a great, very warm brown that has, some notes of red to it. That just works really, really well for building up copper. You can see I'm bracing my pinky here, just holding kind of the pressure of my hand up while I do these sort of delicate lines on the trim on the inside bit of this shoulder pad here.
So,
and steadying your hand like this is really important to be able to get really straight, clean brush strokes.
yeah. So do you choose your light direction in your mind before you start painting your non-metallic metals?
Yeah, so generally speaking, when I'm trying to come up with a concept for a piece, so if I'm painting a display piece or if I'm painting a singular miniature, these thought processes tend to be a little bit different. But if I'm painting like something display level, where I really want to focus on spending a lot of time and working on all the various different elements of the piece to get it to be really, really, really nice and clean, I always start with coming up with the lighting environment from the original concept.
Gotcha.
And I will develop it as I'm painting the model. So some things might shift a little bit, or I might start painting it one way and realize that it ends up looking a little bit different in another direction. But for the most part, having a plan when you go into it is really helpful. I am definitely more of what I would consider to be like a painter that discovers as I paint. So I have like a general idea of what my plan is going into it. But then as I am working through the process, I will discover things and go, ooh, this is maybe a better idea. Or I hadn't thought about this, but this might be a really interesting kind of adjustment to the hue of the color that might incorporate something else. And it's almost as if I'm learning the story as I'm painting the miniature, which is really cool. And in general, you want to tell a story when you're painting miniatures, right? That's what gives you the inspiration of being able to come up with really interesting lighting environments. If you want to have like cold, sort of like wintertime or nighttime, colors for non-metallic metal or anything else that you're painting, you're going to use different hues for that. So,
cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thinking about it ahead of time is really important.
Nice. T. Schmid, you're always, non-copper always feels like painting with Caucasian skin tones.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, skin tones
Yeah.
are definitely of the right hue to be using for painting copper non-metallic metal. Because remember, non-metallic metal is, what you're trying to do is you're trying to establish a difference between bright color, your brightness and your shadows that create the reflective feel of metallic, and using the right hues of color to give you the sense of a particular type of metal, right? So it's about reflectivity and it's about color choice. And so reflectivity is easy. You don't need any specific colors to do. You can pick two random colors that are, bright and dark, and you can make the reflectiveness look like metal. The other part of it is figuring out what colors to use. And you can use any color for any reason. You don't have to use tan flesh for flesh. You can use tan flesh for anything you want. You can use it for painting a shirt. Doesn't matter. As long as the shirt needs to be that color, that's great. You use it as a highlight for pink on shirts, like if you're painting a pink shirt, that's a great highlight color for that. So
here's a good town from a good town.
A good town from B-Town. What's going
Here's a
on,
good town.
B-Town?
That's a great question. You see this one?
Yeah.
Is it normal for sable brushes to have hairs that won't stay in the main group of the brush that maybe stick out?
Generally, no. Usually, if you have a brand new brush, and it still has a little bit of, like, when we have brand new brushes, they have a little bit of the conditioner that's in there that we leave in there, and that keeps kind of the shape of the tip of the brush. And you'll notice that when I first started using it, it had a little bit of flyaways, but as you kind of clear out the brush because this was a brand new brush when I first started using it today, as you start kind of working through it and working the paintbrush to eliminate all the rest of that conditioner. And I rinsed out most of it, but it takes a minute to really get it all out. As you get through that, it'll start to keep a nice point like this without any issue, right? We got a really nice point here. So, if you do have any severe flyaways, it just won't stay even when the brush is wet. Because the idea is when a brush is wet and it's damp, all the hairs should definitely stick together. If they're not, that's when you know that there's a problem with the brush. There's a flyaway that needs to be either clipped or cut away. Definitely reach out to us if you have any questions. Like if you buy a brush from us and you're experiencing these sort of issues, reach out to support. We are more than happy to walk through the process of trying to figure out if the brush can be saved or if we need to get a replacement for you. We have a lot of different solutions for that. Just let us know.
Welcome in, everybody. Just was saying, doing some non-metallic copper right now. Around 3 p.m., we're going to do the December challenge. So get ready.
No, can't do that.
Thank you.
It's impossible.
Thank you.
Physics won't allow it, Christopher.
No one gets away from my angles.
Ooh. I mean...
Oh, Cannibal, next one. Join in the next one.
Joining the next one? What?
She was saying I was bummed I missed the challenge.
Oh, no.
But that's okay.
Wait.
There will be more.
Zombie, I'm pretty sure you did a submission.
Did you do one?
Yeah, pretty sure I put it.
Oh, no, she's going to miss it today.
Oh.
That's all right.
That's okay.
There'll be a VOD.
That's what the VOD's for.
That's what the VOD's for.
We have technology for that. Never you fear, for the technology is here.
I know. The VOD, it's always fun being live, but that's okay.
Not the same. Yeah.
You'll never miss it.
All right. That does it for Dark Flesh. Base coat done. Now we are going to work in some burnt orange. I think, let me get this off here.
Oh, Panic Bomb. There'll be another one. Attempted the challenge twice and didn't finish either. That's okay.
Oh.
There'll be more.
There will be more. Don't worry. Plenty of challenges yet to go. The sun has not consumed the earth in a ball of fire yet, so that means there will be more challenges.
Are you moving on to the next color here?
Yep, so I'm mixing a little bit of the burnt orange. I'm trying to do this at a 50-50 mix to start. Just to kind of build these colors up.
Right.
You want to build these layers up over time. You don't necessarily need to rush it. You can just kind of slowly build up to the right hue. It also makes kind of defining your areas of highlight a little bit easier. You'll notice that I'm kind of focusing on areas where the reflectiveness of the metal would sit. So on the top here where light would be coming down, we're going to hit there. We're also going to hit on the inside edge here. We're going to hit all of this flat part here.
Oh, look at that. I just adjusted that on the fly for you.
We are going to go on the inside here. This inner bit here underneath the trim, we're going to leave that really dark. But we are going to get this inside bit here. Now remember, this isn't our final highlight color, so this is going to cover a lot more than you would normally expect from being a slightly like one step up, because we're still kind of establishing that core color. We haven't really gotten to those highlights yet. So we're going to be refining and defining those here in some future steps. But right now we're just working with this mixture.
Welcome in, everybody. We're just doing some non-metallic copper right now. Around 3 p.m. we'll do the December review in our new little setup.
We have a...
Everybody, Sarcastic Grandpa, Teach Mid Wad, Skinner, everybody, welcome in. If I miss a question, highlight it for me, and I will see it. You guys should see me in my little battle station here.
It really is a battle station.
Battle station.
It's like he's locked into his cockpit over there. He's
Somebody's got to drive the ship.
Somebody's got to drive the ship. Are you going to go down with the ship, though?
You guys couldn't hear me when I said that because I was muted. Now I'm not muted.
I parroted it, though, so...
That's good. Welcome in again, everyone. I'm no longer down the hallway.
He's right here.
Panic Bomb reached a 160 stream streak.
Oh, my gosh.
Yikes!
Panic Bomb.
That's awesome.
160. That's like...
You should be able to now, Rattle Can, if you don't.
A lot.
That's not good. Hold. There we go. Now you guys can hear me.
All right.
Sushi under glass.
All right. So that's pretty good for that color. We're going to move on. These first couple of steps are always the ones that take the longest. As we start to work into these colors, kind of progressing towards highlights, you'll notice that we're going to spend less and less time working on each step individually. So we're just working here with the burnt orange directly.
Welcome in, Awkwardish. Yes, Teach me that I live here. Never allowed to leave again. Never again.
To some extent, I imagine a crash pad here would probably not be the worst thing.
A crash pad?
Considering your commute in the morning.
Oh, yes, yes.
So
I travel from far and wide.
From far and wide. Our fearless...
Oh, I know, Panic Bomb. You probably would have been at 300. Silly Twitch.
Oh, did Twitch take your stream streak away from you? Twitch doing mean and naughty things sometimes.
How's that feel, Jordan?
It's feeling great. It's feeling great. How's everything looking on the camera?
You know what?
You know what?
You guys, I'm just vibing over here.
Are you vibing?
I gotta make sure. I gotta adjust some of my levels. There's still some tweaks we're doing, chat.
Excellent.
Otherwise, I gotta be like eating my microphone, and you guys will hear my heavy breathing when I'm rushing around.
All right. Here, this next step is where we're going to start really getting that brightness to come out. This and the next two steps. So we're going to go directly to orange oxide.
Directly to orange oxide.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Actually, you know what?
Yes, we are.
We're going to skip orange oxide.
You're gonna skip it?
Yep. I'm throwing Chris for a loop here. I'm doing typical Jordan things.
Yo, chat.
I'm killing Chris one color
Panic
less at a
bomb.
time.
Can't you just fix it in post? No.
Chris, do you want me to use orange oxide?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
The thing that I love about this new setup is that obviously I was able to tune into the stream here and there, right? Now I am like front and center watching, switching. You know, back in the day, in my other production days, this is how I'd always learn about the subject to what I was
You
filming.
sat there and listened to it all the time.
Well, and it's not just like I am
You're,
watching.
You are
I
in.
am,
Yeah.
I am here. I am present. So for this is just like this. I'm in my zone. I'm in my
Nice.
zone.
So one of the things that we're going to do here, you'll notice that with this mix, the color that I'm going to be applying is more of a 75% burnt orange, 25% we used warm flesh here. And the reason for this is the value jump between burnt orange and warm flesh is pretty significant. So we want to use more of that burnt orange to give us a more gradual shift between values. So you'll see this as we apply it here. I'm kind of digging in a little bit closer to the model here so I can be a little bit more precise with how I'm applying this. And this is really where we're picking out those areas where it's really, really being reflective. And you're going to see this non-metallic metal really start to come to life with this step.
Mm.
And this is where I'm going to be doing a lot of these edge highlights that go down.
Now, just on a very quick note, Jordan.
Yeah.
Proactive Studio is asking. He was wondering if there was a previous stream about doing NMM for Gray Nights. I don't think there was in particular, but Jordan, if you had to do us, I'm assuming that's silver Gray Nights, right?
Yeah, gray nights are silver.
Yeah, like in a quick snippet here, what would you use for silver?
So silver is a really sort of complicated color to do non-metallic in. There's some very simple ways that you can do it, but if you really want to get really convincing silver non-metallic metal, you want to think a lot about the environment that you're going to be placing your miniature in. And the reason for this is if you just use white and black and gray or white and black make gray, but if you're going to use those kind of very neutral colors to make non-metallic metal, it looks really boring. And the reason that it looks really boring is because our eyes are so used to seeing metallic in our environments. And the environment, non-metallic metal is reflective, right? So it's reflecting the colors in its environment. Now, with something like gold or copper or bronze, these metals have their own kind of native color to them that will obscure a lot of that environmental color. And it still exists. If you're looking at something like a cold gold versus a warm gold, this is a good example of something that's changing as a result of its environment, right? But silvers specifically incorporate so much color as a result of that environment. I recommend always, take a look outside at a bumper hitch for a tow truck or something like that, or any sort of like exposed metal in the environment, and just take a couple of minutes and look at it, and you'll see all of these various bits of color. So what does that mean?
Shane was saying your Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that one is like purple. Like
Yeah.
I did that with a lot of purples and like faded ultramarine and stuff like that.
Right.
And that still looks silver, but it has all this like kind of cosmic-y color that I incorporated into it. That makes it a lot more interesting to look at. Some really good rules of thumb when you're picking colors like environmental colors to include in your non-metallic metal. You want to include things like greens. So this is going to be your plant life, your trees, things like that, all that, right? And then the ground is going to be, various shades of brown. Now, I don't recommend typically using like more orangey or reddish browns. I like to use more kind of desaturated, toned down browns when I'm doing that sort of thing, because the colors tend to meld better together that way. I wish I had my.
You ask, and I will.
I don't know if I have it here.
What is it?
It's
I have it
Django.
What is it? Remind me of what.
The Shatterpoint Django Fett that I painted.
Oh,
Because his armor is in all non-metallic
I
metal.
don't know if you have that here.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
I'll go double check, but here I'll switch back to this. But let me go
Yeah.
check.
But anyways, he's gonna go check so I can show you a good example of this. Oh wait,
Is it? Do you know where it is?
robot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have a good one that I can show you here that'll give you a good representation of this. But so those two colors, you got the greens and you've got the browns. Yeah, the robot I just did with Prometheus. That's what I just talked to him about. So those colors, and then blue. Right now, blue you don't want to go super heavy on, because if you go super blue, it's going to feel a little bit weird. Now, Gray Knights in particular are actually one of those ones where using blues is a lot more. It makes a lot more sense given the kind of like if you look at all of the pictures of Gray Knights, they have like this silver hue to them that's like blue hue to the silver.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just brought all of the ones that we were just referencing just now.
Yeah. So I'll take this one first if you want to zoom in on this really quick.
Uh-huh.
So you want to punch in on that?
That is kind of the punched in.
You can punch in more than that. Can't you?
There
we go.
Let me adjust something. There you go. You can move to that.
this is
There
great.
you go. Does that help?
Yeah. But so you can see here how we have these like really bright white shines, right? And this is kind of like an off-white. So this is kind of like a bluish white. And then you have more of this like blue-gray color here in the middle. And then you have these like brown colors incorporated here into the shadowed areas, right? And so these are kind of just like reflections of the kind of greenish brown earth that I have, or tile that we have on the ground here. And you can see how, especially in the shadowed areas, you can see how there's a lot more of that color that comes through because it has less of that bright reflection. And then the Silver Surfer that we were talking about, we have this guy. This is a lot shinier, right? So the idea was that this is really, really reflective. This still reads as silver because it has that reflectiveness. Like it has that really bright, shiny feel to it. Mm-hmm. And that those colors feel very kind of cosmic, right? So this feels like this guy could be sailing through outer space, right? And then we've got this guy, which we just have a little bit of the silver too, but this is like got way more color to it, right? Like look at all the browns and the yellows from the reflected gold. Like if you look at here, right, on the shoulder, you can see the reflection of the gold from the leg onto the shoulder pad, right? So it's reflecting its environment.
Yeah.
Same down here, right? So you can see this hip joint, right, is capturing the reflectivity of this kind of rusted out kind of, I don't know.
What is that? That's like a storm.
It's like a storm drain, yeah, type thing. But then it still has a little bit of this like cool blue up here for like light reflection from the sun, right? So think about all of those things when you're creating your palette for your silvers. You don't have to go as crazy as this. Obviously, this is like a super display model that I did, right? So it's going to have all of this color incorporated into it, and really spent a lot of time on this miniature.
Yeah, you did. That one. So, that's great. Cool.
Whoop.
So you're
all right.
still working on what color combo here for the copper?
Yeah, so we're working on this 75% burnt orange and 25% warm flesh mix.
Oh, and I got your palette cam too, so I can always switch to that if you ever need to make a reference.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to see kind of what I'm doing here, so you'll see I have the kind of the blob of the burnt orange here, and I have the warm flesh, and I'm pulling a little bit of the warm flesh and I'm mixing it into here, and I'm using this bit here, which is that kind of 75% mix. And then I'm removing a lot of the excess paint off of my brush. You'll hear Jason talk about this a lot as well. You really want to control how much paint you have on the brush so that when you're really kind of getting in here, that you have a lot more control over the areas that you're hitting with this brush.
Game delay. I was thinking of doing some textured rusted metal for January challenge. Jordan, could you paint a model with that? Maybe a Trench Crusade model, maybe a Hound. Yes, we have done that. Game delay. You know, you've seen it.
I may have been doing a lot of that whole Trench Crusade model painting over the course of the last, I don't know, month.
Readjust for me, would you, Jordan? Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I punched in for you again.
No, got it. Perfect. All right, so we're just building in these areas where that super reflection is going to be. And then this is where I'm going to start incorporating a little bit more of that warm flesh as I create a little bit more mixes, because I want this next, kind of these next brush strokes to be a little bit brighter.
Oh, here's a good one. Source. How much water did you add to the floral orange when you were doing the burning symbols on that Trench Crusade dog?
Very little.
Yeah, you didn't add much.
Yeah, I mean, in general, I rarely add a lot of water to any paint that I'm using.
Yeah, well,
or any of the Procryl paint
use a
that I
wet
use.
palette too.
Yeah, so yeah, obviously my wet palette will absorb a little bit of water, which is why I use so little. And I adjust my mixtures, and I adjust how much moisture I have based on kind of how the feel of the paint is. There's at a certain point when you've painted enough, you'll just have a specific consistency that you really like your paint to be when you're using it. Our paint is usually there right out of the bottle, especially for me. I think right out of the bottle is usually perfect, especially on a dry palette. But sometimes, like if you have an older bottle that you've been using for a super long time, and it tends to thicken up a little bit over time, which is totally normal, you might need to add just a little bit of moisture to it to get it to be that same consistency that you're used to.
Yeah.
And again, that's totally normal. Just, be cognizant of what your preferences are with the amount of paint that you're trying to apply and how you want that to feel, right? And a lot of this is trial and error, right? This is all the stuff that you're going to discover by painting. So the more you paint, the more you'll get comfortable with kind of feeling out that consistency that you like. And the better and better you get at finding that consistency, the better you're going to get at controlling and knowing exactly how wet, for lack of a better term, you want your paint to be. But I mean, we try to find that consistency in our, just in the product that we make, right? That's why Procryl tends to be quite a bit more fluid than what you're used to with a lot of other brands. And it works really, really well for newer painters and people who are relatively new to the hobby, because it is just so easy to work with.
Yep. I just had a personal color combo that I just came up with the other day that I'm
nice.
really liking.
Very cool.
So I have that like ethereal glow under my Nagash model. I think I was showing you.
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
So it's a bright yellow green with a fluoro green, right?
Yep.
And a little water through my airbrush, just to like make sure, like, because I didn't want it as thick, right? But I just put a little bit in there.
Oh yeah.
And I'm loving it. It's one of my favorite combos now.
Yeah, everybody paints a little differently. So having, your preferences for paint may not be mine. The great thing is, people who have been painting for a long time, like myself or Jason, can give you some really good places to start, right? We know what's not going to work, and we can help you find those kind of pitfalls and avoid them. So we can say, try the paint right out of the bottle. That should be a good starting point for consistency. And then you can go from there, right? Add a little bit of moisture just from your brush, and that should get you a little bit more fluid paint if you need. But in general, you shouldn't need to add significantly more paint than what you're already adding with just a little bit of moisture from your brush. And you guys can see how I'm starting to pull out these areas where you're getting that really nice reflection. And I'm kind of pushing those edge highlights again.
Yeah.
And just sharpening it. And you're starting to kind of see all of the shapes and the details. It's one of the nice things about getting those edge highlights when you're doing this non-metallic metal process, is that you really, really kind of get to define the shape of all of the things that you're painting in here by using all of those edge highlights. No, CM Dower, this is not culinary advice. Don't eat the paint. You know better. You've been here long enough.
Camo's asking a good question. Can non-metallic metal work on large surfaces, like say on a rim base of a 1/6 of 1/6, or what is that? 6 scale model, 1/6 scale model.
One more time.
Can non-metallic metal work on large surfaces, like say a rim on a base for a 6 scale model?
Sure, totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to use enough reference when you're first starting out to understand what those sort of things would look like if they were actually physically metallic, right? And understanding the light placement and things like that, that is not something that comes like super easily. You just gotta spend the time to learn it, right? And as much as I would love to give everybody the cheat code of this is exactly how it works every single time, unfortunately, everything is different, right? The material of the metal, right? What kind of metal it is, how old it is, how scratched up it is, will all affect how the reflectivity is on that surface. And kind of knowing what those different variables will do to the reflectivity of the metal is super important. And you learn that by observing your environment, right? So if you look through my phone, I have probably 150 pictures of just like bits of metal, right? Be it like a trash can that's been, sandblasted, so it doesn't have any paint on it anymore. But it's not super reflective because it's all really scratched from the sandblasting. And then you'll see like a polished picture of like a chrome, I forget what they're called, but the icons from the manufacturer of your car, right? Like they have those kind of hood ornaments, I think are what they're called. And when you see those, you'll see that with the chrome in particular, like it reflects everything. Like you can literally see like little trees in the background if you like have a big enough piece that can reflect it like that. So just spend a lot of time looking at that sort of stuff. And then think about, okay, if this is what it looks like and I can observe this sort of phenomenon happening, then you go, okay, how does this apply to these sorts of shapes? Because this is the other portion of non-metallic metal and reflectivity that's really important, is understanding how different sorts of shapes reflect light, right? So a cylinder will reflect light differently than a cube will, and differently than a pyramid will, and differently than a cone will, right? But a cone is like kind of in between a cylinder and a pyramid or a triangle, right? So understanding what those, like how that sort of stuff reflects on those surfaces. Spheres are another great example. This is one of the spheres are probably the hardest thing for people to grasp when it comes to non-metallic metal. And once you kind of start breaking down the thing that you're trying to paint into simple shapes, it becomes a lot less complicated to decide where those light reflections should go. So like, for example, this, if we can switch back. So if we're looking at kind of this like flat area here, right? This is basically just a flat rectangle. And when you reflect light on a flat surface, the whole surface is the same value if it's reflective, because it's getting the same amount of light. Now, unless the surface is super, super big and that light is localized in one part of the surface and less light is getting to the other parts of the surface. So if you think of like a big skyscraper that was like one sheet of glass, right? If you're shining a light on the top of it, the bottom of it is not going to be reflective as well, because the light's not traveling that far. But in something like if you were to have like just a cube that was metallic that you were putting in light and you were to rotate it, you'll notice that the whole, like each face will largely stay the same value. But they'll all be different kind of values because they're getting less or more light than one another.
So if you guys are just jumping in now, we're doing some non-metallic copper. We're going to be doing the December challenge around 3-ish, maybe a little bit after, but we are going to be doing that later. So what are we using now?
Yeah,
here?
so this is more of the like 25% burnt orange and 75% warm flesh.
Nice.
So we've sort of moved through that progression of the mixture to get this really nice bright reflective color. And this is sort of, a rough example. We're not going to spend, 2 hours perfecting all of the blends here. But the idea is we want to give you an example of where these light reflections can go, what sort of value difference you want between the areas of light and shadow, and what that will make this shoulder pad look like. And the cool thing is, this is a model that you can get from us. So if you want to try and replicate this, you can just buy it from our web store and do this same exact recipe on your own. You can follow through with the tutorial on the VOD or the video.
That's a great idea, Jordan.
Oh, is it?
Oh my gosh.
I never, I just thought about it now.
That's a great idea.
It's not like we planned this.
That's a great idea. Welcome in, everybody. Yes, Jordan is looking very official today, you guys. He could just be serving up us just a beautiful...
Look, I'm just saying, Baby J
okay.
became adult J over vacation, all right? I was gone for 2 weeks. There's no more Baby J.
This is adult J. We skipped teen, adolescent J to...
Yeah, we went straight to adult J.
This is just adult J now, everybody.
Yeah, you've found adult J.
Oh, if you guys are looking for said model, you can go to our website.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Link.
We got a store link. We got a store link. Mm-hmm.
Nope. It's not.
He is looking official, Mike.
It's not Christmas time. Is that Mike?
Still not wearing pants. He didn't got any pants. I have like the direct line of sight.
Whoa. That's too much information for them.
There ain't no pants. It's all a lie. Nobody's got pants in this room.
Whoa.
That's rule number 1.
Whoa.
No pants.
Dang.
That's looking great, Jordan.
Why, thank you, Chris Masucci.
I don't know why. Adult J got me. Adult J.
You've met
Adult J
J.
Cabana.
Adult J Cabana.
Yes.
That's great. That's super funny.
Adult J Cabana. I need to.
You need to stop?
No.
Nope.
No,
never
I don't
never
need to
stop.
stop. I just need to coin that phrase like ASAP.
Rule number 1, no pants. Rule number 2, obey rule number 1. Yes, Mike, you've got it. Excuse me.
Welcome in, everybody.
So I'm using a little bit of one of those last mixes that we had earlier to kind of smooth out this area down here. It's looking a little rough around the edges, so I wanted to smooth it. And this is looking
Mike,
nice
it's
and
interesting. Mike, Jordan is going to help me. I've got a big project that I'm doing currently right now.
Stone Giants.
So I'm going to do my Stone Giants next. I just finished a bunch of Soul Blight Grave Lord models.
Oh, have you finished that, Army?
It's done. Now I'm just adding the glow.
Christopher,
it is fully done.
Christopher, look me in the eye right now.
I'm looking you in the eye.
I'm proud of you.
Hey, thanks. And
Hey,
you know what? Like,
that's awesome.
endless spells and all.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
That's freaking
Like, even
awesome.
painted the rims, man.
Dude.
We're like,
Look at this guy
Big Pop in the
finishing
Gash.
projects.
See Big Pop in the Gash, right? And then he just
No wonder you really want me to get back
And
into
now I need to learn how to do Stone Giant skin to redeem myself, because over the next 6 months I'm going to be painting 5 Gargants that look like stone. Finally. Thank you, everybody.
All right, so this is pure warm flesh.
This is pure warm flesh now.
Yep, pure warm
Can
flesh.
you center up a little more? There it is.
Your face can center up a little bit.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
one more time, Jordan.
We are using pure warm flesh now.
What? So why did you go with warm flesh?
So warm flesh is, as the name suggests, it's a warmer color, but it's really, really bright. It's kind of like almost in that ivory range, but it has a little bit more of like a peachy quality to it than ivory does, which works better for something like copper, right? Because as we were talking about earlier, copper has so much of this kind of warm reddish hue to it that you want all of the elements of those colors to have kind of that reddish hue to them. So warm flesh has very little of it, but it's got that pink kind of peachiness that I was talking about, and that's just enough to really make the highlights feel like they belong a little bit more than something like ivory would. It's a very subtle difference, and you could use ivory if you wanted to, or like a pale yellow. But in my experience, the warm flesh works really, really well.
Yeah, okay. That's great. I like that. And that wasn't a tuned response because I was looking at chat. Yeah, that's great, dude. Yeah. Actually, it's looking fantastic. I always get my world rattled every time I watch you guys paint. Yes, we have to.
So those edge highlights that we were talking about, kind of pulling back these strong reflections. A little bit of reflection there, a little bit larger reflection on the top side.
No, Jordan does not need Ideneth Deepkin scale gel. Ugh, that would be horrible.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Look, I've painted enough scaly
Papa
stuff.
Chicken, if I was doing Smaug, I would definitely make him red or the golden. You know, depending on which illustration you look, a lot of them are gold or like hueish gold, just because that was one of his names. So the Anyway, yeah. So I would definitely. I am not one to follow any box style anything, but when it comes to Lord of the Rings, it's hard for me not to. I would say,
Yeah,
just
that's
because
fair.
I enjoy that. So,
Well, you enjoy the
anyway,
world, you
yeah.
enjoy the lore, right?
Here's the one from Panda Bomb. Any advice on painting Nurgle? I don't have any great advice. I know how I paint my Nurgle, which is
I mean,
dirty.
yeah, I mean, the interesting thing about Nurgle, right, is it really is up to you on what sort of colors you use. Because, I mean, if you want to go more traditional, right, you're using like desaturated greens, pale greens, things like that. Um, but, and just so you guys know, really quick, just to interject, I am using a little bit of those previous mixtures to smooth out kind of this transition that I'm doing right here. Going back to some of those previous colors. But yeah, if you're doing that like pale green, right, you're doing, you know, if you were to use our colors, you'd use, oh, I don't know, like dark yellow greens, olive flesh,
I wish I
faded
had
green.
some of mine. I really actually liked how mine came out.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally throw all sorts of colors at it and it's going to look good. I would do a lot of like filters and washes with the transparent colors in glaze and wash medium. If you haven't watched our transparent video yet, definitely check that out because that would be a great resource for you to learn how to do some of those sorts of things. But using the transparents as color filters to kind of create that rosiness where you have that kind of those pustules that are gross and festering and infected, right? And some of the purples to kind of give that like nauseous kind of decayed skin sort of feel. Kind of building up your base, excuse me, building up your base color, and then incorporating those filters on top of it are like the best way to create that sort of effect. And it looks really good.
This is looking great, Jordan.
Why, thank you. Looking pretty good on time too. It's just about 3:00.
Yeah, if you need a little more, we can keep going. Mike's like, I can throw colors and make it look good. Noted. I'm sending you pictures of my minis. If they don't look good, we're blaming. No, it is not Big Papa J. Big Papa J is actually great, but I also like
Adult J.
Adult J is just makes me smile.
We've graduated from Baby J to Adult J.
Baby J, how's your Golden Demon entry going? It's not.
Well,
I'm not speaking for you.
thanks, Christopher.
I'm not speaking for.
No,
Jordan.
no, you can. You know what? You can
what's
go ahead
funny?
and have this conversation for
He's
me.
going to here. I'll answer this for Jordan. He's going to. He could be secretly doing it, and we all have no idea. So I could be putting my foot in my mouth right now. I guarantee you, he is gonna just.
I mean, I'll tell you, I didn't
do
work on it while I was
something.
on vacation.
Oh.
I mean, I
take it all back.
was not in the state when I was on vacation, so makes it sort of difficult.
So what about painting Nurgle boils? I've got a Chaos Rhino that I have and I'm wanting to paint Nurgle boils and can't get the
Pinks, dark hot pink, blues, like literally whatever kind of comes to your mind. It is gross. It depends, right? If you want it to be like demony, nurgly kind of weirdness, let your brain go. Just come up with some weird stuff, and it'll look cool. But if you want it to be realistic, use pinks, fleshy colors, and then do filters of reds and pinks and purples and stuff over it.
that or like a nasty yellow boil and then like red or magenta around it or something like that would be fun.
Yeah. I mean, there is reference for all of this. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you look at it because it's gross. But, infectious diseases do exist. Hard to recommend people to use reference for that, though. Although I bet you that the people who designed that faction definitely did.
So if anybody is just now tuning in, we're doing some non-metallic copper at the moment. We're going to be doing the challenge review like once he wraps this
Maybe
one
like
up.
5 or 6 minutes,
Yeah.
and we'll switch over.
So maybe a little over 3, but here's a nice question. Source, why is my Fluo red so pink?
Because so typically with reds, right, the more opaque and saturated it is, the more red it's going to appear. As you thin down that color, it will either be more of like a traditional bright kind of orangey red, or it'll veer a little bit more towards like magenta, right? So our transparent red is a great example of that. It's not a true like fire engine red. It has a little bit of that kind of coolish red hue to it. So when you thin it down, it becomes more of like a pink magenta, right? Bold Power Red is also a good example of this. Really easy way to fix that: just add a very, very small amount of yellow. Just a little bit. Like not, I swear, not a lot. Just like a little bit. If you're like, man, this is not going to make a difference, that's enough. It really doesn't take much to shift that hue over to that kind of warm color that you would expect.
I zoomed in there for you, Jordan.
Thanks, dog.
You're welcome, Adult J. Can you center that up for me?
Nope.
Yep.
Can't do that. Can't. It's impossible.
Chat, that is like one of my slogans here.
Can you center up?
Ooh. Papa Chicken. Question about Noosh.
Oh yeah. What's up?
If I want to leave the upward face completely clean and the underface is slightly tinted, would I thin the Noosh more? Maybe apply thin up top and thick down low, trying to replicate what you do with oil washes and mineral spirits, but without the chemicals.
But okay, hold on. I didn't really understand that question.
It's right here.
Can you read it one more time?
Don't ever tell me what to do, Jordan.
I asked. I didn't tell Christopher.
Here we go. If I want to leave the upward faces, except for the recesses, completely clean, and the underface is slightly tinted, would I thin the Noosh more? Maybe apply thin up top, thick down low, trying to replicate what you would do with oil washes and mineral spirits, but without the chemicals.
Yeah. So actually, the best way to get the cleanest surface possible when you're doing a Noosh wash is to you're going to want to use gloss varnish, and you're going to want to varnish the model first. And the reason why you want to do this is when you are filtering a color on top of another color. If it's a matte surface, that matte surface is going to be a little bit more toothy, bumpy, that sort of thing. And it's going to capture a lot more of that pigment as it's getting filtered over top. And that no amount of rubbing away with with anything will be able to remove it, because the pigment settles into those crevices and it gets stuck there. And you can't dig it out because they're all like microscopic. They're really small. But a gloss finish doesn't have grooves in it. It's a smooth surface. So there's less for the pigment. There's not really divots for the pigment to settle into. So it's easier to wipe them all away. So if you're trying to get that look, then gloss varnish first, do the Noosh filter, and then you can matte varnish afterwards. That's the best way to do it. That's
Baby
what you do.
No.
Excuse me.
You've grown.
I've grown.
You've grown.
I'm Adult J. Thank you.
Adult J. Gabbana. Sorry, that's the last time I'll
I
ever
can't
say
handle Adult J. Gabbana.
that. It's Adult J. Gabbana. Oh my gosh. Jason would appreciate that joke. I can already hear him saying it.
Adult J. Gabbana. Oh, Christopher.
A Dolce Gabbana, a Dolce Gabbana. Oh, Papa Chicken's asking, what do you think would happen if I went zenithal varnishing matte down low and gloss from above?
Oh.
I don't know, but
Zenithal.
that one's, so essentially you're asking if it's, you have your your matte down low, right? You know, you're coming from the bottom, and
Yeah.
then the gloss from above. I mean, it would just be.
I would
matte
just
and
use
gloss.
do the matte first. When you're ready, do the gloss varnish, and then go from there. Honestly, it's going to be the easiest way to do it. It makes it easier to see everything while you're painting it too, because the matte is more conducive to being able to visually be able to see everything.
You know what, Teachman? I think that is right. Papa Chicken, you should try that and just see what happens. I mean,
Also, give it a shot.
you could just
You might like it.
you could just turn the world upside down with that one. Who knows what'll happen? Can you send that up for me, Jay? Yeah, thank you, Jordan. Adult Jay. Thank you, Adult Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Paint liquor. It's like a bald head shining on top. That's right.
It's like a bald head shining on top. That's funny. All right. Yeah, I mean we're pretty close to being done on this.
It's looking great. So give me kind of like a recap of what you're doing here.
Yeah, so
From start to finish, very, that elevator pitch.
yeah, so we started with dark flesh, mixed a little bit of burnt orange into the dark flesh. Yes. Started with dark flesh. We mixed a little bit of burnt orange into the dark flesh. Then we used burnt orange. And then we started to mix a little bit of the warm flesh into burnt orange at about a 75%, or I would say 3 parts burnt orange to 1 part warm flesh. And then as I'm progressively adding more and more highlights, I'm adding more and more warm flesh, moving to that 50-50 or the 1-to-1, and then the reverse 3-to-1, where you have 3 parts warm flesh to 1 part burnt orange. And then eventually, after that, just using warm flesh.
Nice.
And it's a 3-color mix. You guys just got a short in real time.
There it is. And for everybody, we will be doing the challenge soon.
In less than 5 minutes. I just want to continue adding these.
You know what, Chad? He said that 5 minutes ago.
Shush lips.
So you want to send that up for me, buddy? No, Gandalf. Thank you.
Yeah.
It all makes sense in the end, I swear. So this is the kind of for you just now tuning in, comparatively our last streams to our newer streams. Right now we're trying to have this newer format of the one painter so that I can capture more content out of our VODs in a more timely manner for you guys, in a more digestible manner. So when I say like, hey, center that up, or having Jason and Jordan adjust, that's kind of what I'm doing in my head.
Mm-hmm. Well, the great part about it too, right, is that not only do they get the ability to watch the stream, which is super fun because it's our normal stream,
Some behind the scenes action.
but it's a little bit of behind the scenes action, but it's also, they get fully like realized tutorial content out of it, because it still get cut down into like an actual tutorial that they can watch.
That's the idea. Yeah.
And that part's great.
Simple, non-metallic copper, very digestible.
And then the one last thing that we're going to do is say thank you guys for being here, because it's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, if you wanted to add a little bit of white to this, you could. Like bold titanium.
Where would you add the white?
The brightest areas of reflection, right?
Point
So
them out for me.
this one right here, this one right here, and then down here, and here, and then a little bit on the edges.
Okay. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Let's see. Because now you can't.
I can't promise you a good time.
You can't. Just do that.
I mean, I
You
can't.
have to give it to the people. Yeah, General Ginkgo. It is. It's not. It's not the first non-metallic metal I think of. Obviously. Oh, can you put a little bit more white on that palette for me? That is for a shot. I actually really liked that shot. Very nice.
Boom.
Yes, Okran, they'll be here's Jason will be doing a lot of chat managing stuff too. So Jason and Jordan will both be on. But yes, it breaks the painting duo up, but hey, they're duos in their hearts still.
I mean, the cool thing is that, we get to focus all of our efforts on like one project, right? So like we can get Jason and myself to be more active in answering questions about the specific thing that we're painting, or he can work on the project. Well, if we get like an unrelated question, it's easier for one of us to be able to kind of field that question for them. It just provides a lot of like additional benefit and access to knowledge.
So what are you doing now here?
Yeah, so we're just applying this bold titanium white in very, very small amounts, right? In those areas that I was just talking about. And this just gives you that like final, just bright ting of reflection in those areas to really just sell that reflective quality, right? And that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, you look at it from a little farther away too, and it, it's really got that like coppery feel to it.
Cool. Jordan, that's great. Awesome.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
So here's a good question from Papa Chicken. What
Yeah.
color would you highlight metallic copper with? I'm using magnesium, copper, bright or warm gold for edge highlights, and gold just seems to overtake the copper as a whole. What would you do?
Yeah, so you're going to want to use copper, right? Like you said, and then you're going to highlight it with white gold. And you're going to want to mix copper with white gold and then use white gold as the final highlights. That's it. It doesn't need a lot of highlighting. A lot of your depth and variance and value is going to be from your shadow color. So you're going to shade it with some other colors as well. And the other thing too, instead of using magnesium, try using like burnt sienna or burnt orange and mixing that with your copper and then using that, because what that'll do is it'll darken it, but it'll also give you a secondary type of contrast, right? Because when you're looking at the difference between bright and dark, or between like reflectivity for something, you're basically looking at the contrast between the bright part and the dark part, right? That's what reads as really high like contrast, right? So there are multiple ways that you can create contrast between different types of elements. The first one is value. That's the thing we just talked about. So bright versus dark. When you're painting non-metallic metal, that's the given, right? The other one, and there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, but another one that's very common is textured versus non-textured. So in this case, something that is like, let's say you paint it in a solid color versus like hash marks, right? So you'll see this pretty commonly when we like do like solid base coats for our shadows, and then we do like textured highlights. That's another way of creating contrast for non-metallic metal, and just contrast in general. And then the other one is shiny versus not shiny. So if you're doing like true metallic metal, shading with an opaque color will darken the color like you would want, but it will also dull the shine down so that it's not as shiny as the highlights, and that creates more contrast. So that's a really, really good way of being able to effectively create a really nice amount of contrast for your true metallics.
Wow. So
Shall we?
we're going to transition over. It's just going to be me and Jordan today. Jordan, give me 1 second because now I have to do something really quick.
Whole chat, we're hiring. Papa Chicken, you are most welcome. One of these mics that we have is cutting off the screen. Okay.
Sit in that chair or the folding, whatever one is comfortable for you. Nice. All right.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? We have fancy not in jail version of Jordan.
Okay, 1 second, everybody.
So would Dark Crimson sustain a vampire asking for a friend? It's not labeled blood, so probably not. Ooh, whoa, that's
Nope,
weird.
That's not what I wanted. Hold, please.
Christopher Maxucci, what you doing wrong? Hey, Chris, you got to pick one of the winners today.
I what?
You're here.
1 second, chat.
I think he should get to pick. It's him and me. I'm going to pick 2. He's going to pick 1. Baby J with the news. Make sure to not walk downtown, everybody. There is a large rainstorm coming in. Well, you can't see me anymore now. Christopher, oh, there we go.
Technical difficulty.
Hey,
we're
at least,
here.
At least I'm not in jail anymore.
You're not in jail anymore.
No more jail. Bonum. Can we get a Baby J Christmas album? I would love to sing Christmas songs with Chris and Gabe. We should make a Christmas album. That would be hilarious. Can you imagine if we just made a Christmas album and then we were just like playing it in the office as background like elevator music all holidays?
That would be pretty epic.
That would be so
All right,
funny.
here we go. Yes, game delay. I'm trying to see if I could potentially do that, but let's see. I'm gonna have to do it from. Give me 1 second.
Welcome to the technical. Welcome to the technical difficulties channel of the news with Pro Acryl by Monument Hobbies. This just in. We are covering the Monument Hobbies December challenge.
We're gonna see if
I thought you were all professionals. Pro paint taster, you are correct. We are professionals.
I wasn't ready for this one.
Oh, are you going to come sit with me and do this?
I'm gonna see if I can.
Let's do this. Woo! All right. I'm going to scoot this over just
Testing
a,
1,
just
2,
a touch.
3. Testing. One moment. We're adjusting.
Oh, man. This is great. Look at this. The disembodied head shall no longer be disembodied. Professionals.
Oh, we're profesh. We're pros profesh. Now, here's how this works, chat. Is that I see from over there far away, and my chair is super low. Can everybody hear me? Yes, you guys can hear me, correct? Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, all right. The first one, General Ginkgo.
Speaking of professionals, Mr. General Ginkgo, this is actually really fun.
This is
This is actually super fun.
I'm so glad that you're having fun. Chad, I hope you're having
Yeah,
fun.
this
We
is-
are
I
now reviewing
love this. This is great.
your December challenge.
Yeah. Welcome to the December challenge review in the middle of January.
In the middle of January. Okay.
It turns out
here.
winter is no longer coming. Winter has been here for some time.
We can barely hear you. Uh-oh. I gotta figure that out. One second.
You just gotta yell.
Going for me.
All right. We're going to start clicking on buttons here as we go, but we're going to start with General Ginkgo's first submission. Many of you, as you guys like to do, submitted more than one submission for the year. This one is excellent. Well, let me actually go back to the original thing. So let me kind of break down. So for everybody who's new here, because we've had a lot of new people coming through here during the new year, every month we do a Discord challenge. So we're going to link the Discord here in just a minute. But the Discord challenge is basically a prompt that myself or Jason or one of the other creatives over here will come up with. And that prompt, we will challenge our entire Discord to paint for the month. So in this case, our Discord challenge for December was to paint a cold environment scheme. So the whole idea really was for everybody to paint something and make us feel cold, right? You want to look at something and feel like, ooh, I'm chilly. I want to go put a coat on. Baby's too. I'm speaking really, really good into the.
How about now? I tell them I changed it.
They changed it. or he changed it.
Sorry,
chat.
guys. I'm editing some levels here. I'm readjusting mics. So I'm having to do it on the fly, but we're fixing it right now.
But anyway, so during the month, basically we'll post it at the beginning of the month, and you guys will get the entire month or the vast majority of a month to paint up a miniature following the prompts that we give. And at the end of the month or in the beginning of the next month, we will go over all of your submissions.
Yep.
Typically with myself, Jason, and Jen. In this case, it's going to be me and Christopher Maxushi.
That's right.
And okay, cool. And that is what we're going to do today. So the first one on the list is Mr. General Ginkgo, which this is a great bust. This is a really cool bust. And
I am a big fan of people using candles on their minis like this. There's candles on it. I like the candles.
Yes. Well, the thing that I was going to bring up
Yeah.
is that I really like having the contrast. I know it's a cold environment, and it does feel cold, right? You can tell there's cool colors in the shadows for the skin. The skin tones are a little bit more pale. Like blue lips is a good example of like when somebody's really cold, you'll notice that their lips go a little blue. That's very normal. A little bit more redness towards the nose. Perfect. All great established examples of a cool environment, right? You'll notice the wood is a little bit cooler. It doesn't have a lot of warm hues to it. And obviously the cloth is a cold color. Even the wax, this is the thing that I really like. Like the white candles have a little bit of that kind of bluish hue to them to kind of give the idea of like cool shadows. But you get that nice little like bright bit of warmth from the flames on the candles.
Yeah.
This is
I
great.
like it.
We shall move on to the next one.
All right. Just kidding. Hold. Oh.
Oh, okay, you did it. Okay. I literally did not realize that the slide changed. I was like, when are you gonna do it?
I did it. I swear to goodness.
So the next one we have is Relax Studio 88. Come back with another banger of a submission.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. I really love all the cool colors. I like the challenge as well of taking a warm color and utilizing it as part of the as part of the challenge, right? It makes it more difficult because you're trying to take a color that's naturally very warm. Like red is the warmest color on the color wheel, right? And you're trying to make it cold. So one of the things that Relax Studio did here is used a lot of burgundies, which is a cooler red, to incorporate, cool shadows and things like that. And I think it's a really, really successful job. There's also a lot of like really cold, like actual drop shadow on the from the perspective of the model, the left-hand side. And the, cool reflections on the sword, a relatively cool gold. Yeah, and obviously the base really ties it together and tells that story, right? I think this is really, really successful. What do you think, Mr. Maxushi?
This might actually be a little bit better for you now, chat. I just adjusted some of my mic levels too. I love this. Here's the thing. I'm coming in from pure aesthetics because you're the master of painting.
Mm-hmm.
But the first thing that pops out to me is that base. I
The base is great.
love the snow effects, and obviously the entire model is amazing. But the base is really speaking to me. The rocks, the snow and the water.
Well, it's really important, right? Like part of what you do to sell the concept of the scene is you tie the model into the base, which is done by using a great color palette.
Yeah. I love
but also having a really convincing base, right?
Yep.
And the snow and the flowers and everything and the ice frozen over water looks great.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one.
Next to Reno.
Boing. Oh.
Hey-o.
Another awesome base.
I actually really love this one. So Ryan D. 2260. This is awesome. I love, so even though it's not like how like super realistic,
Yeah.
I love this like super cartoony, like really vibrant ice. I've always really loved it. And in contrast to the red on the
Yeah.
the jacket is just like awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I really, really like this. I do really like the way that the treatment of the ice was done as well. Really, really nice contrast between the darker parts and the edge parts that have a little bit of that brighter kind of bluish teal. And then really nice clean edge highlights. I think this is really, really well done. And of course, like the little bits of snow on top really sell it as being like that kind of cold environment.
Yeah, the ice came out. The ice came out really good. I also love the horns and the fur. I love the fur on the coat right here. That I love that. And the teeth came out good too.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like the whole presentation.
This is one that I wish I had like more up close photos of.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the next one.
Let's hit the next one. Also, great choice of cooler colors.
Yep.
Cold environment. I think this one sells it really well. I think that you probably could have pushed it a little bit further, Skinner, on the ropes to make them even more cool. Right, right now, I think it's really cool in the way that it looks right now because
Yeah.
I actually really love that contrast with that like really nice warm red against the cooler colors. But if you're trying to like push for a little bit further into that like cooler environment, using more of a burgundy on those would have really sold it as being like really cold and in like kind of a damp cave sort of deal. And then you would have that luminosity from the horns and the eyes would become even more apparent.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I can tell that with the eyes too.
It's an interesting, it's kind of like a choice, right? Like this is a really, really good result and it looks really cool. If you wanted to have more of that environmental effect, you tone down the red into like a burgundy on the ropes. It starts to look like it's in a cave and like an ice cave. And then now all of a sudden, all those highlights and the glow effects that you have start to really kind of come through.
Yeah. Nice.
This is exactly what I thought too, General Ginkgo. I was like, is this?
Yeah, it looks like a.
Is this that like underground
Dark Souls, for
monster
sure.
from Elden Ring? And then I was like, no, it's not. But it, because there's that like stag that you fight underground.
Ooh.
It was a choice as it was a gift for a friend. And well, hey, no, Skinner. And like I said, that is not a knock. I really like it that way.
Yeah,
This is just commenting on how you could have pushed the colder concept as well.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I think this looks great.
I love this. Too.
So what a way to make you feel like you're frozen. You just freeze a space marine.
Yeah, he just freezes.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Space Marine in the freezer.
I don't want to be that space marine though.
No,
It feels really cold.
not at all.
I love that it's also a flamer.
Yeah,
Right?
He's
This is
super-
like, man,
he's just
if you
frozen
didn't want to
solid.
get frozen, all you got to do is like just
he's frozen solid.
hit the trigger
That's
on
it.
that flamer a little bit and you're fine.
That's it.
But no, this is great. Really good choice of colors. I love how it really feels you managed to make the model look like it was frozen, which is great.
I'm gonna adjust this. Bear with me, chat.
You can't freeze an actual space marine and call it painting. Well, this person
you
didn't do
could.
that.
Which actually would have been funny.
You could freeze a space marine and
That
call
would
it
be
art.
funny if you just threw your just threw it in the freezer for overnight. I don't know why that would be funny. It's just going through my brain. The action of putting the Space Marine in the freezer was just funny to me.
Oh yeah,
This is-
didn't I? Was it you that I told to put something in a freezer to get it to be unglued?
I
told
think
that to
so.
somebody.
Yeah, to
And
get
then
it
you
off the
ended up
base.
breaking it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't bring anything that way though.
Okay. Next.
Next, I also do like the. I like the. Blue,
Yeah,
I
like
the
if
snow,
you
too.
look on the legs, like it looks like that kind of like sheet
The
of
back of
ice
it
has
too,
frozen on top of the armor.
Yeah.
Because like when you have like wet and damp that freezes on top, you get that layer of ice on top of the like ceramic, right? And that's kind of like what that looks like there. It looks really nice.
Remind me of the challenge. Obviously, was cold, right? What was it? It was the limited challenge. Was it the palette, or is it just being cold?
So it's it wasn't a limited palette, but it was a focused palette. So we want the idea is that you were supposed to choose color palette and an environment that gave us the impression of being cold.
Okay, that's
Right.
okay. Gotcha.
So if you look at the model and you're like, man, I don't want to be that guy because that feels cold to me. Boom, you're right. Cold environment.
Gotcha.
Great. This is a great example of exactly what I was talking about
Yes,
with those
absolutely.
cooler reds
Uh-huh.
selling that cold environment.
Yep.
This is freaking excellent.
I love
Also,
this. Very.
great,
Speaking of Dark Souls,
cool. Yeah, I mean, this is just straight up Dark Souls, right? In a good way. In a good way. Skinner, this is dope. I saw this when I was putting the thing together, and I was like,
yeah, this is great.
this makes me want to go play Dark Souls. This
It
is sick.
does. It really does.
Great job on the metal as well. Incorporating that cooler kind of tealish blue, like really sells the concept of it being like in a cool environment.
Yeah.
And of course, obviously the choice of burgundy is great. Your golds are in that nice realm of like relatively cool.
Uh-huh.
Obviously the snow is perfect. It looks really, really good.
Yes, the
two
blue,
colors for the entire thing. That's
The
awesome.
blue on the metal is really speaking to me on this one.
Yeah, I mean, this really goes to show that you can get a lot of work out of. I mean, the Skinner just used 2 colors on this, and it looks awesome, right?
It's a great photo.
Airbrush
too.
dark aluminum and transparent blue. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, it looks
Awesome.
great.
Ooh.
Red Zyphos.
Oh, look at that staff. Man,
yeah, that's
I-
wild. What is it with everybody and picking like,
I like the
Dark
candles.
Soulsy looking
I-
stuff?
I like it because
This is like the month of everybody
Elden
picking
Ring,
Dark
that,
Souls.
That section of Elden Ring where you're all in the snow is a great.
Oh, I
It's
love
a
it.
great part.
Yeah, it's very
Plus,
cool.
I just like the candle stuff. I'm into the candles. I like the candles. Chat, you have to bear with me. I still have to EQ this mic, so if I'm either sounding really good or really bad.
It's okay. We forgive
But
Christopher Max.
I'm liking all of these Dark Soulsy type of models.
It's. I mean, they're freaking awesome
Yeah,
models.
it's Krampus, right? Krampus, yeah, it's Krampus.
Yeah, I mean it's Krampus, but it looks like a Dark Souls Krampus. Like if Krampus got like teleported into the Dark Souls universe, like this is what I would imagine.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there is a person in the basket. Game delay.
Yeah, did you?
I didn't
are you
even
familiar
see
with
that.
Krampus?
I know the story. Remind me of the story of Krampus.
I'm gonna paraphrase this a little bit, and I might get a little bit wrong, but
Yeah.
like if I recall, instead of like leaving coal in your stockings, like
he steals.
he like
bits of
steals children and puts them in a bag.
Ah,
Yeah, or in like a little basket, right?
that's horrible.
Krampus souls. I love it.
Krampus
Yeah, this is
souls.
great. I mean, we're looking at all the right things, right? You know, like cool kind of faded green color. That's a little bit on the pale side. That nice kind of burgundy red color.
This whole staff is
The staff's
speaking to
got
me, too.
that light from the candle, and then the basket, cool colors in the back. This is really, really good.
Mo's magic.
I'm loving
Eats
this for
their souls.
Zyphos.
Nom nom nom. That's right, Mo.
A knockout job.
Okay.
General
Ooh.
Ginkgo.
Man, General
With
Ginkgo with
a
the
sick
the
Yeti?
second submission.
Yeah, this is dope. This is really
the
cool.
teeth, The teeth came out great.
Yeah, I think this is
Did you use that?
General Ginkgo. I think this might be one of my favorite models that you've ever painted. This is really
General
awesome.
Ginkgo, did you use the mouth and teeth short? Maybe, maybe not.
I mean, it looks similar.
Don't eat the
Looks
souls,
similar,
right? Panic Bomb. Dear Krampus, please take.
Yeah, this is like really, really awesome.
This is great.
I really love the subtlety of the purple in the skin.
Yeah.
It gives that feeling of cold without being too cold. Like really good choice for the fur. You got that like gray, but it's not purple, it's not blue, and it still feels like fur. It's got good texture to it.
Yeah.
Obviously the face is rendered really, really well. I love the treatment on the ice. Yeah, this is great. Great
yes,
job.
It's,
Seriously.
it's fantastic. You know, that's something that I still have not done yet.
Hmm.
Is attempted a bust. It's getting me. You guys are getting me inspired here. All right. Next.
Oh.
All
right. So
Ooh, this is very.
I-
lightingy.
only wish that we had a little bit better lighting on these photos.
Oh yeah.
Because I think this model is great. It's kind of hard to see all of the like nuance of it.
But I can tell with the. I'm really liking you know, me, I always love the lights from the shadows, but I always got to remember that, you know, you don't want to underexpose the model depending on where you
Right.
came from. But this is still really cool. You get a good sense of it.
Gets a good vibe too, like
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
cold, creepy, dark.
Yeah.
You know, skeleton man with a big old like mace, frozen mace.
What is it? No, that's oh gosh, what's he from? Diablo 3. That one king, the skeleton king.
Leoric.
Leoric. Kind of gave me Leoric vibes.
Oh, it is definitely Leoric vibes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. The lighting, yeah, the sun has gone out.
There you go.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's
Well,
maybe that's intentional.
I was thinking that it was potentially like
Intentional. Yeah.
Because obviously the background is like black and that sort of thing.
Sensei, if you're in here, let us know.
Yeah.
But this
It's
is a great
I mean
model.
it's a cool vibe with the lighting the way it is. I'm because I'm looking at these models in more of like a
Right.
figuring out how they were painted sort of way. Like it bums me just because I like to be able to see the whole thing.
Right.
Right. But it's not like a negative, right? And this does look really, really cool.
If you guys
love
are
all the
all
blue.
just tuning in, we are going over the December challenges at the moment for our Discord challenge. We are just catching up with that today. So if you're just not tuning in, that's what we're doing right now.
Mhm.
All right, let's on to the next one.
Hit it.
Oh, Chris is
The
going to hit it
Christopher
on
Massey
Billy. Hold,
shoes.
hold, here
Hold,
we go. There
hold.
it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Ryan.
Man, Ryan.
B.
You're just making this real hard, right? This is super cool. This is what a great diorama.
Great
right?
diorama.
I don't even know
It's-
where you
yeah.
got all this stuff, but it's really cool.
I am liking this. I'm
Like,
liking the fire.
great-
I'm liking
Great
the snow.
environment. This is this is a 3D
Station
print.
Forge.
Okay, that's cool. I love the dude playing the guitar
Yep.
by the fire on like a rack of like ammo.
Yep.
he's like chilling
on
on
an
a
ammo
box
box.
of ammo. Yeah,
That's great.
This is great. I love the application of the snow here is really really
Hey
nice.
Ryan, you did good.
Still wearing his helmet. Yeah. What a bad butt.
Yeah, the fire is really speaking to me. I know I keep saying speak to me, like
No,
hey, this is really
You know what's funny?
Hey,
when I first
it's
looked at
speaking
this
to me.
in the challenge, when I was scrolling through
Yeah.
the submission channel or the submission thread of the channel,
yeah.
I saw this and at first I was like, "Is this just like a house that's like broken down?" I'm like, "That's kind of cool."
It's war
Like,
torn.
like that's kind of cool that somebody just did
Yeah.
like terrain because nobody
No.
ever thinks about just doing terrain,
I'm
right?
I would just do terrain.
Which is cool. By the way, you guys can just do terrain if you want to. Just like paint it.
What?
Paint it good though. Like it's got to be like
Ryan, great
painted.
job. I really like the fire.
Yeah, and then I saw the
I'm
dudes and I was just like,
loving
this is awesome.
Looks like, I don't know if this was airbrush or stippled, but now I'm starting to think like, oh, I could just stipple something like this on there.
Totally.
Like this whole fire effect. Absolutely. Oh,
There we go. A little scary monster Christmas tree
The Christmas tree monster.
trying to
that
steal
is-
stuff.
Kira, that is
I love this.
awesome.
Very cool
Really
scene.
like this one. The I have
Holding
to
the
zoom
lantern
in
up.
on it a little bit more, but I can't hear that's interesting.
That one's mine. Yes. Kirai. Thank you.
Kira, this is fun.
Yeah, this is a
Like
cool
it.
model.
I'm
I
liking
really
this.
love this. I love the color choice for all the like little bits and bobs on the tree.
Yeah.
And it looks like there might be like snow dripping on the
Yeah,
the
where did you
ground
get
somewhere.
these? Where did you get this model? 'Cause now I'm
3D
curious.
printed, probably.
I don't know. It's dope though.
Mr. Blue, dang, where do people get these models?
That's what I was. Just
I
responding to.
suspect that like most of these are 3D printed.
Yeah.
There are thousands. Actually, at a local game shop.
What?
Hey, you know what?
FLGS.
Kudos to your FLGS because that's a cool thing to find at
Just
your
to
local
keep
game
in
store.
Stock. That's pretty cool. All right.
That's rad.
Next.
The-
Mr. Blue.
Oh, nice.
Again,
The
basis
Scrooge guy was a
speaking-
3D print. That's sweet.
Speaking to me.
Mr. Blue. I want that cute story here. Yeah,
Oh, I
fair.
like the little dolphin too.
I love
Big is
this.
this model? Is this a big one? Or
I
a
think this
smaller
is just like a 30 or a 28
Oh,
millimeter.
we know how Jordan feels about scales, everybody.
Yes, I do. You know how I feel about
The
scales.
scales came
right?
out great on this. I like that. Mr. Blue, if you're in here, what colors did you use for that?
I don't know. Looks like some teals or potentially a little bit over like metallics. I really like the treatment of the water, right? Like
Yes.
the water reflection is really good.
Jordan loves scales. That's right. Yeah, this is a nice one. I do like those scales. They're like a combo.
Monument teal.
Monument
There it
teal,
is.
Mr.
There it
So
is. Yeah, this is great. I love this. I mean, this obviously is a cold environment.
good. The dolphins. Fun.
The cool thing about this is that it's cold in a different sort of way than
it's
winter.
not. It's
right?
not snow.
It's
It's not
water.
snowy. It's cold water.
Yeah.
Like a
But even like
tall,
cool,
cold. drink
not
of
cold
water.
in the sense of like cold water, but like cool
Yeah.
as in the color palette, right? Water, you're typically going to have cooler color palettes. You're not going to have warm colors.
Oh, it's jade. Okay.
So all of that I think is great.
All right.
Kudos, Mr. Rhydon
Nice.
with a sweet. I don't even remember the name of these guys.
Are they called Votan?
They are the Votan.
The Votan. I
The
think that's the
Votan.
dwarf faction or the
Mhm.
space dwarves. That's
Space
cool.
Dwarves.
Again, you guys know me. The dang bases, basing the little rocks. I'm all about the rocks.
Yeah, this is sweet.
Love
Good,
the
good
rocks.
color. Good coolness in the rocks and the stone. Nothing on here screams super warm, which is great. So good job kind of keeping to that
Yep.
cooler environment.
I love the column ad too in this.
Mhm.
Very
Mhm.
cool addition. Yeah, this is dope. I love that shield too.
Mhm.
Makes me want to play something. You know, you ever see a model and you're just like, dang, I want to play. I want to play. Right on, you're making me want to play something.
I ordered
I
some
don't know what it
models
is, but
last night.
all right.
This is
Ooh,
cool.
it's a very cold.
Kiko.
Oh,
This
I
is cool.
like it.
I don't know where this model's from. It's probably 3D printed,
It's cool.
which is why I don't recognize it. But it's
This could be a
sweet.
cool substitute for that the stinky Nazgul,
Oh, yeah.
the
Cold-
Harbinger.
Cold, stinky Nazgul.
Cold stinky Nazgul.
You know what you should do?
What's that?
You should get somebody to paint or paint yourself one stinky Nazgul for every
For every Nazgul.
no for every season of the year.
Oh, have like an autumn Nazgul,
Yeah.
a winter Nazgul.
Summer, spring.
That's kind of fun.
That'd be cool.
I like that
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just putting ideas into Christopher's brain. Just
That
the,
is a
the good
dope
old fashioned
model,
one.
though.
This is great though.
Yeah.
I
this is
love-
a cool
I
model.
love that the colors on the base are also incorporated into the armor and the horse.
Oh my goodness, Skinner! I just realized that some of the legs are missing.
Oh my goodness.
You see this?
Whoa, hold on.
I am just now.
I
seeing
literally
this.
did not see that.
Oh, oh, there.
In the back too.
Yeah, look at that. There they are, right here. Kiko, this is great.
This is really, really, really cool. I love
Well,
this.
Shoot, I didn't even realize that was. Where'd my mouse go here? Hold. Oh, wait 1 second. I want to go back. Oh, yeah. Look at those. Look at the legs. That's so fun.
Yeah, that's
cool.
really cool. That's such a like
A
little
Zorse, if
Zorse.
you will.
Oh,
Dang it.
gosh.
That's just
But,
like adult J Cabana.
But adult Jacob.
All right, that's great. All right, on to the next one. Here we go. 4 Pig Bacon. No.
4 Pig. How to do Frost Giant. How to
Look at
paint
that
Frost
axe.
Giant. Just
Look at
talk
that
to 4
axe.
Pig Bacon.
That X though.
That axe.
That's great.
That is a lot of cool bits and bobs of ice reflective like facets
Yeah, I do
on
like
that
that.
axe. That's really cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, great job.
Leather is also great on this.
Cool.
Man, see, getting me inspired to do my giants.
You had,
everybody.
yeah, for Pig Bacon,
Ow!
you
I just hit
had to
myself in the
paint
face with
a
that.
giant.
I do. Have
You're
to
gonna
paint
make
a giant.
Christopher want to paint a giant.
Well, that's my next
really,
project, Jeff.
Really bad.
All right,
Really bad.
that's great. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Ooh, I love the OSL on this.
Nicaprio.
Nicaprio.
I'm okay. So 2 things. one, I love this.
That's great.
This is great.
Excellent. Exceptional.
Excellently painted. Did not use cool colors.
Did not.
This is like not cool colors. Really amazing paint job though.
But it feels cold.
Does it?
I feel cold. Burr. I feel cold. I actually really like this model.
That's like
too.
me saying
No.
I am a robot.
So,
beep boop.
It's cold, right? It's cold. I feel cold. It's cold.
Yes, it is in the snow.
Silver and gold.
Honestly, you know what might be doing it for me is the pink base.
That's what I'm. Oh, you
That
mean-
might be distracting. me.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like if I look
Yeah.
at it without the pink base.
You like how we all just put our hands up just like that? Just like,
Yeah.
Let me believe I have a big base. It is.
Ooh,
It's a
sunset.
sunset. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think. Yeah. So
It's cool. I mean, this
the
is really
concept is cold.
awesome. Gabe, I feel cold.
I
Don't
feel
worry, Gabe. We'll
cold.
turn the
Burr.
heat back on.
Don't even chat. Don't even acknowledge Gabe. None of that. I am the captain now. Gabe. I offered Gabe to come in here. No,
I think Baby Jay's wrong.
no.
Okay. Fine. I'm
Jabe.
wrong.
It's adult Jay Cabana now. If you're just now tuning in, welcome in, Gabe. Welcome in, everyone else. If you're just now tuning in, we are doing our December review challenge, and Baby Jay's telling me that this DiCaprio is not cold, so
It's cold.
it's cold. Here we go.
It's cold. Well, okay. So
Oh.
I'm gonna go back.
Oh, we're going back. Okay,
So
here we go.
as I look at this more,
DiCaprio, are you
there's
here?
yeah, DiCaprio's here. Hi, DiCaprio.
Hi, DiCaprio. Oh, there it is. There. One announces dark hot pink all around.
Yeah. Well, I can tell that you use dark hot pink in basically like all of this, which is really cool. I think the really interesting thing about this is if you kind of like aside, like, you know how we talk about from time to time the concept of in a warm color palette there being cool colors as well, right? No, I've talked about this in front of you before.
I've
Christopher.
never heard of it in
You're
my
just not
entire
paying
life.
attention.
He's
But-
just trying to
But
convince me.
I'll go over it again real quick. So when you have warm colors, so like if you have,
Opposed to cool colors.
shut your face,
Sorry, Chad. Here we go.
shut your face. So violet is a good example of this, right?
Violet, you're turning violet. Sorry. The last joke, everybody. Sorry. Good night. No! Help, it's cold. Don't burn. All right, sorry. Here we go. Violet. You're going violet. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Woohoo!
everybody.
Sorry. Anyway. Continue.
Okay. So
We get nowhere.
Christopher is killing me right now.
Sorry.
It's killing
Sleepy
me
ha-has got off.
slowly. Okay, so violet's a good example of this, right? You have violet. Violet is a warm color
Uh-huh.
when you're comparing it to something like red,
Yeah.
right? But is also a cold color. Wait, hold on. Hold on. It is a cold color when you're comparing it to red. It is a warm color when you're comparing it to blue.
Okay.
So, in an environment that is inherently warm, which is created by
The sun.
the dark hot pink,
Okay.
but you're using cooler colors for everything except for the lantern bits.
Ah, yes, the lantern. Okay. Okay, I get you.
You know?
I get you. Okay. So
It is cool.
we can DiCaprio. Raptor. Oh, look at this. How do you feel about this?
I think
Adult J.
I'm feeling like somebody wants to paint some giants.
There's a lot of good giants in here.
Yeah. No, this,
Raptormancer.
this is good, right? We're
Yes.
looking for, cooler colors, cooler environment. We have some warmer, like lightly tanned leathers here, but things are still relatively cool.
Yep, I like all these snow bases are really wanting to make. So I got to start messing with our snow texture. I got to really start messing with that. I'm really excited to try that. I'm not saying I don't know if they used it here, but I wanted to use. This is inspiring me. This is great. What else is speaking to you on this? I like the axe, the little this part right here. Oh, oops.
Where
This
what,
right here.
that one?
Yeah, I like that.
I like the random bear, like polar bear head
Oh, yep.
on the stomach. It's like
Man,
my
that's a-
stomach's going to eat you.
That's a huge giant if that's in scale.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, this is from
Yoki.
Age of Sigmar.
Is it?
Yes, it is. This is.
It's one
those-
of the
It's a
the
zombie.
Soul
It's a big
Blight.
zombie.
Yeah.
Soul Blight Gravelord.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
just finished that army. I like it.
Yeah, this is cool.
I like it. This
I
one.
like it. Snow,
Ooh, really
cold
cheap.
skin.
I love the sores and the axe. The
Mhm.
rust on the holes of the axe looks great.
I actually really like this green. I love the texture on this
The
green.
green is cool. I like it a green.
I like it a green. Curse City.
Cursed
Hit
City,
it.
right? You can use these
Let's-
as regular models now too.
That's interesting.
You're interesting. Got him.
You got me without my own thing.
All right, here we go. Sorry, I'm just look at that. So you guys like that? That's great. Here we go.
Max Sushi.
Okay, Flapjack Nickelsack.
Flapjack.
Ooh, look at the
Nickelsack.
gun. That's a fun. That right there is a fun D&D
Yep.
looking character.
So another great example of creating that good cold environment, right? Everything has a really consistent color palette to it. It's on the cooler side. You have, the cool blues that are incorporated into the greens, kind of make it feel like kind of like bluish green, but it's all desaturated. And then the same thing with the that kind of like fur, not fur, but
Yeah.
that like scarf. There we go.
Scarf. Not fur. Scarf. Could be made
scarf.
of fur. Not made of fur in this case.
Definitely,
This
definitely
one
not.
is made of red cloth.
It is. Yep, that is correct.
Now,
I misspoke. Oh, it's Percival's ranged combat cousin.
that's hilarious. That's
I really hope that Chris
hey,
is like this all day. every
Papa
day.
Chicken. Thank you. Thumbs down for Gabe in chat. Thumbs down. I'm really liking the little scope too, and the wood of the gun. Really like that.
Yes.
Where'd you just go? You just went like off to a distant planet. You're just like, whoa. You're just like, you just was like, okay, what am I gonna do with Percival's here?
Yep.
All right.
Where is Percival, by the way?
He's on the table. He was working on him the other day. Speaking of owls, here's another one. Ooh, look at the little leaves on the ground. I like this.
I like this.
I like that a
This
lot.
is very cool.
That is cool. Actually, the blue. I'm very cold. Burr.
I don't know why this gives me weird not weird in a bad sense, but like what's the name of that
White and yes looks good.
Beauty and the Beast vibes.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, totally, but
Yeah.
Beauty and the Owl Beast.
Beauty and the Owl Beast.
Yes. I will not be singing a song. Thank you. Please come.
Tale as old as time. That's it. You only get the first couple words, chat. Otherwise, you got to pay big bucks. Yes, actually, that's a great way to describe that. Oh, I forgot those came off. I was like, what are you hitting me with? This is a very cool model.
This werewolf is
Were owl.
is looking for a coffee. Oh, that would be hilarious. Oh, can you imagine like where Owl? I like this. I like this
the
plan,
Were Owl.
DiCaprio. Where Owl wakes up,
Okay.
goes, I've been hibernating, but where's my coffee? Still wearing the PJs. Got out of bed.
It's more of a Shaw, but okay.
Sure. I mean, you could PJ the Shaw.
You
know?
can PJ with a Shaw. I'm going to quote that. Adult J, you can PJ with a Shaw. Oh my gosh. That's funny.
No, this is great.
All right.
Where's the Owl? Right here.
Oh,
right.
dang, game
All right,
delay.
game delay. I saw
Look
some
at
of the
that.
other
That's
ones
so
of these
cool. Look
that
at
you painted.
hair. Wow.
Yeah, this is really, really rad.
This is cool.
Yes.
I'm digging this.
I mean, obviously, this is like you're using nothing but cool colors here. You're using a little bit of warmth in the skin and
Just
like
a little bit.
the shoulders and the
subtle.
face. You get that kind of like pinkish, but it's still like cooler, warm colors, right? You're using your like pinks and purples.
Now,
and that sort of
explain
thing.
to me. So we're trying to avoid warm colors. Is that what you're saying?
You're trying to set like
Remind me of the challenge again.
you're creating a cold color palette
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. Yeah.
in an effort to make us feel cold.
I am cold though. So what's the difference? I'm sorry. I'm just giving Adult J some Adult J vibes today.
I'm gonna go
Water can be
sleep
cold.
underneath
Yes.
the table right now.
This is very cool. Game delay.
This is sweet. This is also even made even better
Yeah.
by the fact that there are 2 other ones that are done in different colors.
Oh, interesting.
This is like a trio that Game Delay started.
Okay.
Is really cool. This one is that like bluish greenish
This
tone.
is out of the water, right?
Or no, this is like I'm viewing
Is
this
she
as
coming
like
out of the
weird-
water, or is she coming
weird
out of the snow?
Magic stuff.
Weird magic stuff.
Weird magic
All
stuff.
right. All right.
Yeah. Like
is this
weird magic
Oh,
stuff.
was that the last one? Is that the last one?
Is it? Shouldn't be.
Hold. No, it wasn't.
Zombie.
Zombie.
We were talking about cannibalistic zombie earlier.
Cannibalistic zombies
This
at work right
this
now.
is great.
This is awesome.
I actually, you know what I didn't even notice when I was going through here?
What's that?
That ice that's on the base
Oh yeah.
is really nice.
Yes,
the
this,
blues
like
and the
the ice
teals.
veins.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very cool.
I
And then
like
it
it.
like turns into the what are those like
Yes,
snowflakes and
Straw. Yes,
and
the
smoke.
highlights on this are really
this
cool.
is really cool.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Lots of texture in the cloth. Yeah.
We just love it when people do good stuff here.
I mean, everybody who's done like anything for this submission,
You know,
is awesome.
I think I have an idea right off the bat right now. I think we're going to do one of these days. We should do a mini roast. We should roast everybody's minis instead.
Oh my gosh!
no, only
that
our
should be a
minis.
challenge. That should be a challenge.
We should
Challenge
just
part
roast them.
2 of
Challenge
of a
part
month.
2 is
of a
that we
month.
roast your mini.
It doesn't require anybody to paint anything.
Okay.
You just submit the models that you hate the most.
we just roast them.
that you painted that you've hated the
my
most.
gosh.
And the goal is for us to roast the heck out of all of them.
Oh my goodness, that would be.
And that
hilarious.
includes me. I would submit that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I would submit. Oh my gosh, I get
I'll
roasted
go
anyway
through.
for
I'll
my
go through
minis.
my portfolio and find some stuff.
That's funny. We should get. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have pictures of models that I painted a long time ago. Or actually some of my friends still own models that I painted a long
Yeah.
time ago. And I would take some photos of those.
I think it's a great
I'm
idea.
gonna be honest.
Putting
Those
it down,
those are
writing it
not
down.
not up to snuff for me.
I think it'd be fun.
That would be fun.
This is fun.
This is also really cool.
Love this.
I also wanted to make sure we got the rotation that saw the little presents in the box a little
I
bit
do.
better.
I like.
It's very cool.
I like the presents. I like the presents.
Oh my gosh, I didn't write this person's name.
Blank.
It's not blank. It's not blank.
Jordan. What do you mean?
Hold
It's.
on.
I thought it was their name.
That's not the blank.
Donna, speak up. Chat.
Hold on, please.
Oh my! Wow.
that's embarrassing.
Oh, the humanity. Brussels
Fine.
sprout.
Hold please. Hold please. Who we got?
Oh,
Who
hold,
we got?
hold, hold the
please,
door.
hold,
Let me test
please.
out this autofocus. Can you guys see this? This is autofocus. Hello. Look at reaching in. Help, chat. Help us. Help us, God. Help. Give us the name. That's hilarious. It's Brussels sprout. They're saying it in chat. Yeah, it's from
Brussels sprout. Yes, Brussels sprout. Brussels sprout. Brussels sprout.
Brussels
Yes.
sprout. Yep.
Brussels sprout says,
you confirming?
"Here's my final submission for
Heck
December.
yeah.
Had a blast with this guy at Baby J.
All right, Brussels
Brussels
sprout.
sprout.
Your
I
name
will-
has not been forgotten.
I will get it adjusted.
Wow.
This is awesome.
It
You
is
did a
really
great
cool.
job.
I really like this.
My apologies for missing your name on the
That's
thing.
all right. We've got the look at the eyes. The eyes are really dope.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes came out so good on this model. Is the hand okay? So the hand
Oh, it looks like the hand is just cut off and it's just a sword.
It is just a little knife.
Yeah,
I like
that's great.
that. It's a little knife hand. Hiya! You like that? Hiya! He's just like
You're killing me.
I got presents.
You're
Sorry,
you're killing me.
my
a little
sleepy
bit there.
ha-has. Adult Jay's getting mad at
At
normal Chris.
normal Chris. Okay,
Ooh, the
right.
gobbo.
so
Oh, it's whoa, ho,
yes,
my mind. Right,
Yes.
this is the globe. Holy
That's-
buckets.
that's what we call a snow globe, Chris. So
Whoa.
so in traditional awkwardish panda
Wow.
fashion,
Nice.
the head is loose on purpose.
Oh, what?
I'm I'm gonna tell you
Nice
that
job.
this looks dope.
Nice job.
And Awkwardish Panda is definitely an I did dare you.
This
and
is
you
great.
you know what? I dare you to do this every Christmas time.
No, I want a
Every
snow. I
holiday.
want a summer snow globe. I want a spring snow globe. I want July or Christmas in July. That's it. I said my
This
piece.
is
Awkwardish. This is dope.
Truly, truly awesome. I love that you keep on making snow globes. Don't change. This is great.
So cool.
These are
I
super
love
cool.
that the snowmen too on the sides
I,
here.
I think the cool thing about the
love
like the
these.
snow globe part of it too is like you can kind of just like it's a holiday ornament now. You just, like,
Happy
put it up in-
holidays. Happy holidays. Sorry. Here we go.
No singing,
Ooh,
no dancing.
Treebeard with the cold squig.
So, Mr. Blue, one of the if I recall from Awkwardish talking about it last year, there's like a specific type of medium that you put on top of it of the paint job,
Oh,
and that
okay.
protects it from the liquid
the
that
liquid,
you put
okay.
inside. Because I also don't think
Special sealant. It takes about a week for me to seal it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because you probably have to seal
because it's not. Is it water? It's not water, is it? I don't think it's water.
the snow globe solution.
Yeah,
It must be
It's a
something
solution of
else.
Something else. Yeah.
All right, check this one out.
This is dope.
Love the tusks on this squig.
Oh, it is
here.
water. Oh, weird.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Wow,
dope.
that is cool.
Well, there you go. Distilled water and
Oh, I was
glycerin.
about to say,
Okay.
is it going to be like a glycerin?
Yeah, so it's
Gotcha.
like a distilled water and glycerin solution.
Okay, look at these tusks. I'm into the tusks.
This is very cool. So this is like
Lead.
this is textbook cold environment.
Yep.
All the colors here are cold.
Everything's
This
cold.
just like screams I'm in like I'm walking through. Yeah, I'm chilly.
You guys feel that?
I'm chilly.
Burr.
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 Burr. Nice.
So this is awesome.
I-
Also, I really love the blending on this like
Yeah.
squig monster thing.
I do. You see the
It's
the
really cool.
forehead
It's nice and
too?
smooth.
I'm loving this. Oh
I
my
like the
God.
icicles like hanging off of the horn. It's great. Treebeard
Ooh,
number
Treebeard.
2.
Oh, these
same
people
thing.
are in the same unit.
Yes.
That's what I like about that. Now, I'm interested. Oh, 1 cup of water, 3 to. Oh, okay.
I honestly
This is
I
cool.
literally thought that read 1 cup of water, 3 tablespoons of vegetables, and glycerin.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like,
No.
wait a second, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Treebeard, this definitely is matching that other one real well.
I love this. This is great. And then
Oh, blank. This another blank.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, he's got to find it. He's got to find the blank. Oh no.
It's the last one. Molinar.
Molinar. Oh, very nice. I like the rocks. She looks great too. I love this. This is awesome. The base is super cool.
So
Is it like a resin base or is that just your handle?
I think it's like a
That's cool.
it's a so I didn't want to include the photo because it was like not a good angle of the model,
Sure.
but it showed a little bit of the label, and it's a yogurt. Like a yogurt thing that has like blueberries in the bottom.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you're. Okay,
And it
this is
literally
cool.
has the yogurt like the Yoplait yogurt label on it.
Oh.
And that's why, like, I don't know if you've ever opened like a Yoplait, but it has like the
Yeah.
little word on the inside. It's we, yeah.
Yep.
And it has the little like saying on the inside underneath. the
Okay.
foil.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like foil.
That's
and it's
super
like,
cool.
Yeah. It's
no,
like
I like
yeah.
this. Definitely another. There's some warms here,
It's
but
a
I still
cool
feel
concept.
cold.
It's a very cool
When
color
you say
palette.
it's cool concept. It's a cool concept.
It is a cool concept, and it's a cold color palette.
It's a cool concept. Cool concept. Okay. It's cool. Okay, here
All
we
right,
go.
we
All
gotta
right,
pick.
that's the last one. Here we
it's
go.
It's 401. We gotta pick really quick. We gotta pick 3. 3.
Okay. Which one's your first one?
Just go back. Boom.
This one?
Boom. Yeah.
I
love this.
would
love this.
agree.
It gives that feeling of like winter chill.
Yep.
Boys sitting around the campfire.
So this
Singing
is
a
our
song.
duo pick.
Well, no, you get to pick one now too,
Oh.
and then I'll pick
This
another
is
one.
how about this? This is our duo pick.
Uh huh.
Okay, no. I'll pick one. Never
So
mind.
no. So we both pick the one,
Okay, we both pick the one. Then you're gonna
and
pick.
then I'm gonna pick one, and then you're gonna pick one.
That's right.
Hey, there we go.
What was that? Don't listen to Gabe ever.
Also, people can't win twice for two separate.
Okay, cool.
Game delay. Did they post in the challenge submissions channel? This is part of the rules of the thing.
You missed your child's entry.
Strad. No.
But
What the heck? Oh wait, what the heck?
did you miss one?
I missed two.
Oh
my gosh. Well, I missed one for sure. I'm not seeing the Wirehouse one, or the one they're talking about. Unless that's the same person.
Hold.
I'm sorry, guys. It's my first week back. I'm really screwing
It's
things
okay.
up right now.
Right in, but I know I did.
Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, did we skip one? Oh, I thought you said it was the last one.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
There we
Sorry, everybody. He said it was the end.
Okay, I did legitimately.
I'm so sorry.
I did
Jordan, you're good.
legitimately miss one.
Yes, we did.
I did legitimately miss one, and we will look at that one on stream.
Yep.
Which is Warehouse,
Oh.
spelled werewolf, like warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Love it. Absolutely amazing.
Oh.
So we're
that's
gonna look at this
cool.
one right here.
Yep.
So this is dope. So I wish I could pull this up on screen.
Yeah. Let me
Um,
see. I'm gonna be able to review this one real quick. I will see what I can do.
Yeah, Big Bob. So in the it's my first day. Big Bob, if so, we have started putting all of the challenge submissions into the challenge submission thread of that channel. It's so that it takes a lot less time to go through all of the submissions.
Let's see if I can add this picture. Hold. Oh.
Oh, you totally can. Just right click it and copy it and then add it in there.
It's not that easy.
Well, correct. It's definitely not that easy.
Oh, I can't do that right now. Can you chat me that real quick?
Yeah, I can actually. Hold.
Hold, everybody. Everybody hold.
Okay. That's a good
Hold.
photo.
I'm making a new scene to hold. Hold.
Oh, and while you're there, you should just type the name in. For
Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Your big screen right now, Jordan.
me. Hold.
Hold.
Fixed. Okay. There you go. You have it.
Is it in the dock?
It's in your chat.
Okay. Hold. I'm gonna add it onto this backslide one too. I'm gonna add another.
Big Bobzilla, I will go hunt for it after this.
This one's a dope model.
So
though.
yeah, game delay. It is also in the instructions of the challenge, which is why I'm being a little bit of a bear about it. So whenever you guys are doing it, just make sure to check all of the instructions for the challenge. And if for whatever reason that those, like, it's hard to access that, or like, I'm totally happy to try and find a better way to make it all work. We're just trying to make it as efficient as possible for us to be able to put these together for you guys.
What's the name again, Jordan?
Werewolf or Warehouse. WEREHOUSE. Yes. Thank you for everybody who has worked on getting people to make sure that they pushed everything in the challenge doc. Especially for this month, when I was I scrolled through to try and find something to verify like that somebody was like the challenge was submitted properly. Live a little. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't really. Well, I mean, I do read I'm an instructions kind of guy. But not when I put models together though, which is really interesting. I don't use instructions when I put models together. Well, that's not true. If it's 40K models, I do, because their models are weird and everything has to go together just so. But the thread is, yeah, it definitely feels like the best way to do it. It all feels like it's like in one spot, and there's limited amount of like conversations, interactions in there. So it's definitely like easier to have it all be collated together.
Hold.
Christopher Mac Sushi.
I'm not going to add the name, but we can talk about it.
What do you mean you're not going to add the name?
Give me 1 second.
He's probably trying to create it from scratch. Just duplicate a slide
I
and rename the thing.
Too late.
Okay.
Too late. I got it.
Hold.
It's warehouse as in WERE. House.
Yep.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold. Everybody hold.
I'm going to die of autocorrected emojis.
All right. And I'm zooming through. Boing. There it is.
There it is. Warehouse. Well, actually, go back one more. Go more. This is your child's, right? Game ad delay. Just to make sure that I did 100% get it.
Yes, here we go. Sorry about that, chat. We're back.
Yes, awesome. Okay, I apologize. I got confused. This was literally the first one that I added to the doc, and it ended up getting stuck behind the end when I wrote it originally, and I ended up fixing it at the last minute, and so the last model that I remember putting in was the one before. So sorry about that one. It's
great.
the where one? Yes. Perfect.
And I'm going to stay over here.
Also,
to over here.
Amazing name. Warehouse
Nice.
is awesome. But yes, Angelus, perfect example of what we want to be doing with
I
the
love
color palette.
the base on this one too.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's supposed to be like glowy like runes or if it's supposed to be like frozen over iced
Yep.
whatchamacallit, stone. Either way, looks freaking cool.
And then here's warehouse.
And then this is warehouse.
Warehouse.
So
Very nice.
yeah, if you actually look at the full photo, like if you can zoom in on it, the spots on the leopard actually look really, really nice too. It's hard for you guys can probably see it.
Yep.
I'm a lot further away from it, and it's on a smaller version of the monitor.
The spots came out great. Awesome.
Their house.
So Jordan. Oh, you know what I also like on this? I love the actual skulls. On
The skulls. Yeah, this is. I really love this like super rich blue in contrast to the rest of the more desaturated colors too.
Yeah.
Like it's all in that like cold environment, but like that bit of like super saturated blue through just like looks really nice.
Yeah. Okay, so
And blue's
That's
kind of
it.
challenging to paint too.
it
Like,
is.
It's a
That's it.
janky sometimes.
So that's our. So we both chose this one, right?
Yeah, this is just awesome.
It is. It's super.
I fell in love with this when I saw it.
Yeah, I do like this one. So, all right, Jordan, what's your next pick?
I'm gonna let you pick next.
What?
Yep.
You can't do that.
Hey, I can in fact do that.
Oh my gosh. All right, chat. Hold for dramatic effect. Hold for dramatic effect. Which one was speaking to me? It was. Hold. This one. Kiko's.
All right.
This one
Dope.
is awesome. This is my pick. I love models like this too, but the horse, like the effect, I can really feel the world in this one for sure. So I do like this one.
Oh, well. We're just finishing up.
We're just finishing up.
We have one last pick.
Yeah, I really like this one. This one is great. So this is my pick.
All right, you want to run through them again?
Yep. I'll start at the beginning. Kiko?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Kiko, that was awesome. I really liked that one. I love those hooded style models. Plus, I really loved the zombie horse.
This one. Nope. That one.
Yep. Ryan
Wait,
P.
no, I can't pick this one.
You can't. You already picked
I
one.
can't pick this one because
Ryan D already
Ryan's
won.
already won.
I do like this one.
I do love
though,
this
as
one,
well,
though.
Ryan.
Keep
Resource.
going. Keep going.
Yes, everybody has done a fan. Like, these are always so hard to pick, you guys. I've love all of them.
All right.
What are you thinking, Jordan?
Yeah. I'm going to pick Zombie.
Yeah? I like this
I
one,
kind of
too.
love this.
You know,
I mean,
I just zoomed in over here. It's a little
Yeah.
harder to see on that table over there, but
Mhm.
like even this right here, the little holly on the dress came out great.
Yeah, this is
awesome. The lantern too. This is great. Good job, Zombie.
All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us as we've gone through these. If you were picked today
Yep.
from the wonderful submissions, make sure to message Baby J on the Discord.
On the
and I will
Discord.
help make sure that you guys get your challenge coins.
Yep.
And also get a little bit of present from us.
You will. Great job, everybody. Thank you so much for our little technical difficulties today. But just remember, we stream here from 2 to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, Manor Mountain Time. I'm about to put some Discord links and some store links up for you guys. Oops, I did a caps lock there. 1 second. Discord. Oops. Hold.
Do you want me to type these in?
No.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out the Discord. It's where we do all of these monthly challenges. You can hop on, find the monthly challenges and all of the old ones that we've done, so you can check them all out. Also, just a great place to hang out and learn more about painting. 5,800 and something, I don't know, tons of people on there. Over 5,000 people. 5,291 people shivering from the December challenge entries.
From that.
That's such a good one.
Great job, everybody. And stick around if you're on Twitch. We are going to find somebody to raid.
Yes. Make sure you guys click all the links.
Yep.
We're going to find somebody to raid into. Make sure you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to catch us again tomorrow and Friday. Don't forget, we stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Zombie,
Jason
you won.
will be back. Jason will be back tomorrow for some more painting goodness on, what was it, Tiger L. Anthony? Tiger L. Anthony.
Tiger L. Anthony. Yep. You did win, Zombie. So Jordan picked your piece, which came out great.
Yep. It was awesome. Excellent. Thank you guys so much again.
So much.
We will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.